It is such a privilege and honor to look out into the audience and see such a rock star group of community advocates and community leaders who are working diligently on this very important issue, how we support our newly arriving communities. As we begin this very important conversation, I want to take a point of privilege to give everybody a little bit of the background why I requested this joint committee session. I need to give a big shout out to our Council President, Nancy Navarro, and my colleagues from the previous Council who did outstanding work over the last 8 years, and in particular the last 4, as the county worked hard and diligently to create a stronger safety net for unaccompanied minors that came over in crisis more than 3 years ago. And of course, we are seeing a new wave of families that are coming across as well. And despite the immoral efforts of our president and vitriolic language and terrible economic policy, we are seeing another wave of immigrants, and we've seen a huge spike over the last year. And so those horrific efforts are not only not working, but leading to even more families coming across the border. I did have the opportunity about 2 months ago, along with my friend Antonio Tijerino from the Hispanic Heritage Foundation and some other community advocates, to visit the border in McAllen, Texas, and spent a couple of days there. And what I saw was truly remarkable. I saw a community that was banding together to do their best to support the families that were coming over. We specifically visited Sister Norma's Respite Center, which has been established as a place for families to go after they've been detained and gone through their preliminary asylum hearing. They leave those hearings often with nothing but literally the shirts on their back. And the children who were there, by and large, were in orange T-shirts because those were the shirts given to them. Some of them had digital ankle bracelets, but they had run out of them, and so many of the students and families didn't have them. And while they were there, they got love and support for those 24 hours, but they left there armed with nothing more than a little piece of paper in English telling people which bus they were looking for at the Greyhound station and to please help them find that bus. Coming to our community, coming to communities across the country with the dreams and aspirations of so many immigrant families that have come before and are coming now. And so we as a community have done a lot and have, I think, an incredible infrastructure in place that I'm proud of, that I helped play a role in ensuring that we develop over the last 8 years. But I know that our systems are challenged, and we do have to be honest and diligent about ensuring that we have the right systems in place to get an update on where we are now with the unaccompanied minors that came several years ago and the new wave that we're seeing today with families coming. I'll end with just a couple of comments myself. I can't thank all of you enough for doing this work. I know how emotionally draining this is and how overwhelming all of us feel at the moment, knowing that we're already tired, and yet there's another wave that will be coming very soon. Yep. And so to Diego's point, this strategic system-building approach has to be where we go next. There are great individual programs and services, and I'd put up what we do in Montgomery County against any jurisdiction in the country, but we can be better. And so one of the initiatives that we announced at a public hearing just the other night that my office, working collaboratively with my colleagues on the council and with County Executive Elrich, will be initiating is a comprehensive New Americans initiatives that goes beyond what we've already done, that really does provide the most streamlined referral service, strategic direction, and ensuring that our families have the easiest time possible in immersing in our communities, and that while they're here, we provide them with every level of support we possibly can, and hopefully through work with our legal services, we keep them here because they have every right to be here. We want them here, and as Luis said so eloquently, he's absolutely right, these communities give a heck of a lot more than they take. That's right. And so this laid a great foundation, and there will be certainly elements to this that I think will appear as we discuss the budgeting process over the next 2 months. That summit-like approach to a strategic development we hope to carry out in the fall, and we will be reaching out to all of you because I envision all of you playing an important role in the production of that event and then a strategic plan that would follow it. And then what I would hope happens is the development of a county executive level board or commission that would be responsible for ensuring the coordination of these services, because it is very spread out and there were many other organizations that could have been part of this conversation. And an important component to this has to be workforce development, so that we provide sustainable workforce development opportunities for our children, youth, and families. So I can't thank you all enough, and we look forward to the ongoing conversation. Muchas gracias.